All right, what up, what up? So, this lesson is one of those lessons that will probably be easy for some people to understand, and it might not be as easy for other people to understand because we all operate within this spectrum of cloudiness to clarity. You get what I'm saying? And that's all based on your experience, what you've been through today, what you had going on, the foods you eat, all of your inputs are affecting your outputs and your consciousness, you know what I'm saying, with your clarity. So if you had a high vibrational day, then I'm sure that this will make a lot of sense to you. We'll have a lot of clarity amongst this. If you had a high vibrational lifestyle or life in general, this might bring you a lot more clarity. But at the same time, you might not understand a lot of these concepts, so it might cause you confusion, and confusion leads to more cloudiness. So it's just all about your understanding, your awareness, and your clarity. So what we talking about today is love. All right. So love lives at a frequency of 500. That's high vibrational. All right. So the thing about love, it's all about giving. And you might ask that question like, what do you mean giving? Just giving, right? No, you want to give something positive. I mean, you can give something negative too, and it can still be love. Because from your perspective, it might be positive. But if from your perspective it's positive, and from their perspective it's negative, then maybe you shouldn't get them that. You can meet them in unity with that. You know what I'm saying? They might not want that. So to give is to receive. What you give is what you receive. So if you give somebody a person, place, or a thing, if you give to something from a positive outlook, then you will receive from a positive outlook. As above, so below. As within, so without. That's just how the game go. So we like to give love and be present, making sure that what we give is positive at times. That's why I want to make sure that I bring a lot of clarity on this message, because it's no point in me giving it to you if it's causing cloudiness, causing confusion. It's causing you to want to detach from the information because you don't understand where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be moving in shame, having to try to understand something that you don't understand. So just have grace on yourself and knowing that seeking you shall find the truth if that's what you're looking for. So just understand this. Look for the good in everything. Look for the good in all things. I promise you that means everything from the food you eat to the stuff you watch on TV, the books you read, the people you around, the people, places, and things, the thoughts coming out your mind, the words that you put together. You know what I'm saying? That's your divine seven. Thoughts, words, actions, the actions you take on a day-to-day basis, the ideas you come up with. You want to keep it all good in the neighborhood. You get what I'm saying? Because God is good and God is everything. And He's saying that what you put out is what you get back. That's His truth. So if you pushing out all good, if you knowing that all good is coming to you, then all good coming to you. You don't need that negativity. You know what I mean? Now for good discernment, we would like understanding, knowledge, understanding, and wisdom on how to move so we can seek that good in everything. But at the same time, we don't need doubt. We want to believe that this good is coming because, and we want to know why we believe the good is coming. So understand this. Your good is coming because you believe it's coming. See, your five senses will lie to you. Your five senses will tell you that if it's not physically in front of me at this very moment, then I don't have it. That's a scarcity mentality. You can't live like that. You got to know that if I'm pushing this out into the energy field, then it's definitely coming back to me. As long all I gotta do is set my beacon and push out the signal, and it will get heard. It's attracting. It's not chasing. It's attracting it. You get what I'm saying? So that's the duality, chasing versus attraction. That's the thing about dualities too, because dualities is all about good and bad from your perspective. That means that you think that this is good in comparison to this. Now both of them can be good, but this one better. You see what I'm saying? From your perspective, now somebody else can come give you their opinion on why they think that that might be better. Now, if you think that their opinion is better for that, then that's better than what you was thinking. But if you don't think their opinion is better than how you was already looking at it, then stick to your what you was doing because that's better for you. That's what's good for you. That's perspectives for you right there. So that's why I say God is good. You can find God within all of these truths at times. You get what I'm saying? So God is the truth. When you seek the truth, you will find the truth. Like, okay, this used to be my truth. Now this is becoming my truth. You get what I'm saying? So now you can say, all right, at one point in time, I did see things from that point of view. But as I got older, I started seeing things from another point of view. So now I can help people around that age. Now I can actually see why somebody would think like they thinking, because I used to think like that. And I overcame those thoughts and started thinking even better. From my perspective, this way of thinking is better than that way of thinking. Now I can tell you why I think like that, and you can make the decision on thinking that this is better, or you can keep thinking the way you thinking, because that's what works for you. No shame in your game, no shame in my game. So be good and see good in all that you do. As within, so without. I'm always looking for the good. I'm looking for good in things. I don't want to find bad in things. Seeking ye shall find. So if I'm looking for bad in things, I'm going to find the bad in things. But if I'm looking for the good in things, then I'm going to find the good in things. But you gotta understand that your capacity, your container can only take in so much. You know what I'm saying? So like I can try to keep things as good as possible, but if my environment is pushing out negativity, then I will most likely need to detach from my environment if I'm unable to overcome my environment with positivity, and it's bringing me down into that negative aspect of myself. Because once you enter into this negative aspect of yourself, you have went from clarity to the spectrum of cloudiness. That means that you have lost consciousness and you don't even realize it. You won't realize it until you get back to some peace and positivity. Then you're gonna be looking back. You're gonna look back and have some realization like, dang, I was really in that place. Yeah, see, because when you're in the storm, you don't realize you in the storm. While you in the storm, you just fighting battles. You know what I'm saying? You just trying to get through the storm. You ain't got time to be thinking about the fact that I'm in a storm. You can't be still in the storm. You trying to get out the storm. But see, that's the trick right there. God said, peace, be still. You want peace, just be still. Don't make no moves unless it's from what I tell you to do. And God said, keep it all good. He said, when negativity come your way, look for the good in things. If you can't find no good in it, detach from it. Distance yourself from it. It's not working out. We don't need that. We don't need that kind of energy rubbing off on us. So we just gonna have to remove ourselves from the equation until whatever energy is over there can respect my boundary. And now we can meet from a place of love. That's unity right there. You respect me, I like to get respected. That's unity. You know what I'm saying? I respect you. You want to get respected. That's unity. You don't respect me, I don't respect you. I don't want people to disrespecting me. You don't want people disrespecting you. That's not unity. That's division. We're not even thinking the same while we're around each other. Until we can learn to respect each other, or not. If we can't learn to respect each other, then we can stay distance. That's people, places, and things. You see what I'm saying? Because it's only pushing us both into the cloudy state. Now we done both been pushed into the cloudy state. What's going on? Now we trauma bonding. And we're not even bonding. We trauma communicating, however you want to look at it. So you don't want to see it from that point of view neither. So what we're doing, we want to let go of negativity from the past, present, and future. We only looking for the positive in things. You get what I'm saying? Now, we can forgive, but we don't forget. That means we can see how things have went in other people's lives, that we pinpoint the negativity and know that we not moving in that direction, because that's insanity. You know what I'm saying? Why would I do something that somebody else was doing thinking I can get a different outcome? That's insanity. I can move differently and get a different outcome. That's positivity. Because matter of fact, it's genius to know that if that leads to this and I do the opposite, the very opposite of that, it's going to lead to what I actually want. Now, I'm going to do the very opposite of that. That's genius right there. You know what I'm saying? That's just a smart thing to do. That's just the right thing to do. Now you're moving in righteousness. The right thing to do. From your perspective, understand that. Have understanding of what I mean. Your perspective versus other people's perspectives. Because everybody's life is different. But at the same time, when it comes to the way we think, we all think one and the same from our individuality. So that means that you thinking from your point of view, I'm thinking from my point of view. Now, if we like-minded, we can share a point of view. But if we don't see from the same light, the same truth, then we're not going to share the same point of view. And that's okay. You get what I'm saying? So do not dwell on negativity. Release with love. You can return. You ain't gotta return it to sender because it's gonna return to sender anyways if you're not in agreement with that. But because we perish for lack of knowledge and understanding, people be sending out evil eye and things of that nature unconsciously. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing nothing but putting the curse on themselves. So we just gonna release that with love because we don't want no curses being put on nobody, even the ones that they put upon themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we out here to do to people. So we release with love. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just positive. That's just a good way of going about things. You see what I'm saying? So, and this is from my perspective. Like I said, I believe that from this perspective, it's better to release with love than return to sender. Why would I want to return some negativity back to you, even though you tried to push it off on me? No, because you don't know what you're doing. I'm going to release it with love, so you ain't got to go through that because I want the best for you because I want the best for me. You feel me? I show you. So, pour love into yourself. Good love brings gratitude. So, pour love into yourself, right? And see, we talk about being present right now. So, I'm being present and doing good things for my divine seven. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking good actions. Everything I'm doing is good when it comes to me being present. That's the kind of love I'm pouring into myself. Not bad love, good love. You get what I'm saying? That's the duality. So because I'm pouring good love into myself, gratitude comes with that joy, celebration from all the good that I'm pouring into myself. Now, what happens if you pour bad love into yourself? Now you gotta ask yourself, did I pour bad love into myself for a good reason or a bad reason? Because if it was for a good reason, then now I can get back to if it was for a good reason, then it was good love. But it was for a bad reason, I'm gonna just have to accept that and forgive myself that whatever I did, I didn't understand at the time. I forgive myself. I'm gonna do better next time. I'm gonna start pouring more good love into myself from my point of understanding. Because now that I understand, you know what I'm saying? So believe that the outcomes of your good visualizations, imagination, and creativity already belong to you. So believe that the good that you pushing out already belongs to you because it do. That is the truth. Don't let these five senses lie to you. See, your extrasensory perception understands that when you get the feeling of the wish fulfilled, like it's already mine. Why do I feel like I already have it? Right there in that moment when you felt that little bit of enthusiasm about the thought or the imagination of what was to come as if it already happened, that's because it has already happened. It just hasn't showed up in your five senses, but your extrasensory perception caught that. It caught the signal of that. You know what I'm saying? It resonated with that. It knew it was true. So all you gotta do is stay consistent in that truth. It's already done. All I gotta do is stay moving in that light. And if now see when you catch yourself feeling like lack, I must not be moving in that light. I ain't moving in that truth. You know what I'm saying? So because it ain't no lack, it's only abundant state. And I already know it. I'm staying focused on the mission. That's why you see for intelligence and understanding, that's why we say focus on one thing at a time. You don't want to overextend your mind into so many different places. You can't stay focused on that one mission that you got. You know what I'm saying? Stay focused on that one mission. You know what I'm saying? You can have a few things going simultaneously, but just reach one manifestation at a time, and then let the flow build up. Flow. Next, let's get on to another one. Flow, and let's get on to another one. See that structure and flow. Build the structure, let the flow go. Move on to the next. Build the structure, let the flow go. Move on to the next. And so on and so on and so on. Multiple sources of income, multiple bags. You know what I'm saying? That's riches and gold right there. If you understand where I'm coming from. And I'm going to make sure you understand where I'm coming from. Basically, once you get the ball rolling on any aspect of your life, once the momentum get to going, all you got to do is maintain, keep maintenance. Now, as you provide maintenance to that flow, that means that whatever it's doing, you just keeping it greased up with maintenance, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, you're going to conquer in that department. That's what time do, because it's healing. It's a spectrum of healing. You know what I'm saying? Start off traumatic. You have to put something together. Now, let's say that trauma turns into healing, right? This healing looks like healing to this trauma, but this healing looks like trauma to this healing. Rewind it if you ain't understand where I'm coming from, but trust me, that's how the game goes. It's always a spectrum of more and more and more. It's always more and more abundance for you. So you just carry on from one thing to the next and you just keep the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? Now you conquering. And once you conquer, you got to maintain your conquer and get to more conquering. You get what I'm saying? Facts. It's real talk right there. So know that there is good in all aspects of life, from the people, places, and things. Keep this ideal in mind. Let this be your ideology. The ideology that you go through your day with is that there is good in all aspects of life. Have discernment. Don't let nobody get down on you. But at the same time, I know it's good in everything. Now, because I'm so intelligent with my discernment, I'm going to be able to peep game because I got clarity on what's not for me. When I see something that don't make me feel good, I'm going to detach and distance myself from that so you can't get down on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, though, you can't. Let me see. Look. I'm going to read it to you. So have positive discernment for yourself and no one can get over on you. That means I know how I feel. I stay focused on me. And my intuition tells me that this ain't for me based on my intelligence, then I ain't gonna overstep what's good. I'm not gonna do something that's gonna lead to confusion when I have an understanding of how I feel and my understanding says don't go for it. I'm gonna follow in that light. I'm gonna follow in that truth. And guess what that's gonna get me to? The gold. I don't gotta care about what the outcome could have been, would have been, should have been, because I know what I detached from happening. I know I detached from a potential consequence by overcoming it. So I'm grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. And that's what I mean. Like, we can give love, but have discernment for yourself. Don't discern them, discern you on how you feel about the people, places, and things. You know what I'm saying? Don't be looking at them on sideways and trying to question them, question myself on how I feel about this person, this individual, and the energy that they pushing off that I feel. I don't think I like it, so I'm detaching from it. Or I do like it, I'm coming closer to that. I'm attracting to that. I'm attracted to that. You know what I'm saying? Or are you just chasing it? Because if you're chasing it, it's going to run away from you. If you're chasing good from something that you know is negative, then that good gonna keep running from you because you knew better. And if you didn't know better, you about to find out. Because if you knew better, you do better. So that's the lesson of the day today on love. And remember, it's always a spectrum of clarity to cloudiness within your mind state. It's always a spectrum of understanding to confusion within your mind state. And just because one person might have better understanding than you, that don't mean you should be ashamed, because it's somebody that's got better understanding than them and better understanding than them. And it's somebody who has more confusion than you, more confusion than them, more confusion than that. These are all different aspects, because you might be good at one thing that you can help me with. This is just what I'm good at. You get what I'm saying? So it's each one teach one. Hope my rods kind of reach one. I'll show you.